Welcome, Navdeep sir.
Madan, you can start now. Madan?
Can we?
Yes.
Just one. Okay. Good evening, all of you. Welcome, Vandanam Suswagatam, and a warm welcome to the wonderful 99th Saturday Nourish and Flourish Penicia talk show. And it's more going to be, like on informative about Kangen water today. And before starting, first of all, I just wanted to introduce myself first of all. Okay, my name is Madan Kumar. I've been into the wonderful, amazing journey in the platform of energy Kangen water since 2016. I bought the machine and actively in the business since 2018. Since then, the journey has been very much awesome. A few bit, I was into about 18 to 20 years with corporate background, especially with financial and banking industry. I worked with a couple of banks, with HDFC, Standard Chartered. I worked with major banks like Citibank, and I was also with MasterCard. Use a MasterCard or a Visa. I was handling about 29 banks. So post that, what happens is like I was. So post that, what happens is like I was very much interested into health and wellness, and I was always crazy about knowing more things. So Kangen opportunity came through into my life while doing a training session from my awesome mentor, and from there we took it upon. And I hope it will be an awesome journey for all of us. So before this was a slight introduction. Thank you for allowing me to do so. And really, so we are all into the Penisha platform. Before going into it, I just wanted to share the awesome learning which we are going to tell about this person. I believe if I have to speak about this person, maybe a full day may not be enough for me, but still I would like to highlight, of course, about the wonderful person, a wonderful mentor, I would say. Okay, it's not only his arena into one particular area, but the arena is into all the areas. I don't think so that very areas we talk that he will be done. Okay, so none other than Mr. SHASHI Iyer. A few credentials about him or achievements about him I would like to. He is the, so we are all into the Penisha platform. He's the founder of H2O PGAT, and he's a CMD. I would say he says very humbly that he's the founder and the CEO, but I would like to say that he's the chairman and managing director, along with the co-founder, his spouse, Mrs. Arundhati Iyer. And they are actually leading the Penisha platform in a great way, helping a separate wing in order to nourish and flourish really major people, helping all the Kangen distributors with various other lines, which mean that even though they are not a part of his leadership or his team, I mean, I'm not a part of his team, but still he mentors. That's the benevolence credential I would like to share. He's a global energetic leader with the rank of 6A2-2 and a true health water educator. The way he educates about water, I think it really, I mean, how much ever applause we have to give, it will be very, very less. I learned about the manifestation, about the yes, yes, yes manifestation. Whenever this yes, 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 we get a great energy, and he's a manifestation facilitator of yes, 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 a global trainer and a mentor, a transformational business coach. My goodness, the way he speaks business and the way he articulate, I believe definitely, like even from we have to learn from him first of all. And none other than, and one of the major thing, art of living, we all would have heard about it. It's a great platform which has transformed many people's life. He has been a key member and a mentor under Sri Ravi Shankar ji of Art of Living, and really he has helped further of taking the transformational guidance and the spirituality to many people to change life. He has over, I would say, 30 years of experience, but he really brings up the collaborative. I would say in 30 years, he has brought about a 300-year experience, okay, of all in the direct selling, even advertising, in the marketing domain. Okay, so without taking much of the time, first of all, I would like to humbly request Mr. SHASHI Iyer to bless his nourish and flourish of Kangen water today, and with all the name. Over to SHASHI ji. Thank you. Welcome, SHASHI sir.
Thank you, Madan bro, for a wonderful introduction onto this platform. It is really a privilege and honor to be on this platform as a presenter for $1 billion project and $1 trillion industry. $1 billion project because Kangen is 48 years old company, basically an OEM manufacturer from Japan, Okinawa, Osaka, Japan factory with ISO 13485 manufacturing facilities, which is given only to surgical grade device manufacturing projects. So Enagic water ionizers, as we all know, this is not an ordinary water machine or a purification system or a filtration system. It is way, way beyond all the basics of potable drinking water. It is an enhanced, enriched, hydrogen-rich drinking water. Ladies and gentlemen, enhanced hydrogen-rich drinking water is something that is phenomenal contribution to your body's immunity systems, to your body's energy systems, to your body's hydration needs and requirements, and it puts your body into complete balance, your homeostasis into complete balance or regulation. So ladies and gentlemen, whatever we are, our health profile, our physical profile, our physiological profile, our medical profile, our energy profile, our aura profile, you talk of any profile of your existence, it gets enriched and enhanced when you have 8 to 10 glasses of fresh 9.5 pH Enagic Kangen water to drink. You need to be blessed for many, many lifetimes to have access to even one drop of this drinking water in your lifetime. When I say this, I truly mean this because it can be life-changing water drop. It can be a life-changing program for you, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, socially, spiritually, at every level. And I'm a living example of this. Today is a very special day for me. Can anybody guess what could that be? We all are connected by Enagic Kangen water, and today I'm going to pay the biggest honor, tribute, testimony of Kangen water on this platform in the 99th week of Saturday Nourish and Flourish as Panacea founder, CEO. And the reason why Panacea came into existence, you would know this today. Can anybody guess quickly? Real quick, 1, 2, 3, one word. What is so special about this day? Please, please, please. Use all your backgrounds, people who have been attending this platforms, this forum for last so many years or so many weeks, so many months regularly. This speaks about your hydration levels. This speaks about hydration of your brain. They say 1% dehydration of the brain leads to coma, 2% dehydration of the brain leads to stroke. Stroke and coma rather. 1% leads to stroke, 2% dehydration leads to coma, vice versa.
It is just couple of days in advance to Guru Purnima Day, Sashidi.
Okay. Thank you for that. But then it's something else. This was exactly the day in 2016 when I slipped into coma. I was on ventilator for the next 6 days, guys.
Oh.
So July 9th is something I can never forget in my life. I had slipped into coma exactly on this very day, June 9th, 2016, been on ventilator for the over next 6 days, and Kangen water came as a blessing to resurrect, restructure, and get me back into life over the next 6 days and 7 days. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the biggest tribute and honor. It's been more than 6 years now. I've been on zero pills, zero medications of any kind after drinking Enagic Kangen water, guys. I believe this should be the biggest testimony ever you can hear on this platform. But when I say I mean it, I can endorse it, I can validate it, because I've been living by this Kangen water. Antioxidant rich, hydrogen rich, alkalized and microclustered Enagic Kangen water, guys. Nothing more than that, no less, no more. Isn't it an amazing blessing? And you're seeing me in second life, second chapter of my life, second chapter of my existence when I'm talking to you, sharing to you about Enagic Kangen water. That is why I chose to do a Saturday Nourish and Flourish today as a tribute for this second life that I got just because of Kangen water, where my medical report exclusively said that I would never be normal in my life. First of all, I would never come back to life. And even if I come back to life, I would never be normal in life. With 19 side effects like partial memory loss, full memory loss, speech impairment, visual impairment, autoimmune disorder, you name anything neurological, it was all mentioned in my report. 2 months in ICU, 9 months as a vegetable, and all unpredictability. And here last 6 years. 2 months post my surgery, only on Kangen water, guys. We had a SD501 7-plated water ionizer from Enagic Kangen Leveluk SD501, and which is the flagship model in India. And we had it. It served us for more than almost 5.5 years without any fault, without any much of servicing required, without any additional repairs and maintenances required. It served my well-being, my family's well-being. It served my father too, late father. It's been part of our family, a way of life and lifestyle, guys, towards wellness and well-being. And these testimonies, again, let me add a disclaimer. It may vary from person to person, but for me, it came as a blessing. Let me tell you, it's priceless. Now, an ordinary chair, if you go into a dental clinic or an orthoped clinic or any other kind of medical hospitals and clinics, an ordinary chair on which you are laid and on which you are operated upon or treated upon, those cost you minimum 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs. So ladies and gentlemen, this device that protects the entire family as a one-stop solution, it protects the immunity of your family, well-being of your family, reducing and slowing down all kinds of damages, whether it is cosmetic damages, whether it is external damages, whether it is internal damage of anything. It definitely slows down the damages. And if you are already experiencing the damage on chronic conditions, inflammations, and pills and bills, this also comes as a protection, definitely, in helping you recover fast and smooth. Isn't it amazing, guys, to have this device? And now, with no claims, this is just a home kitchen appliance, guys. One device, one time, lifetime for next 25 years to 30 years. You have it in kitchen and you can fix so many things. Right from your flooring requirements to sanitization requirements to sterilization requirements to nutritional requirements, macro nutritional requirements, guys. It serves your 37.2 trillion cells. It serves you in eliminating all kinds of chemical-free foods on the table. You get chemical-free foods, eliminates all pesticide, germicide, herbicide, fungicide, suicide. that is put to overexposure in today's world where everything is genetically modified as a food and served on the platter. So ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely a sure shot, a safe method of detoxifying your whole family all the time. This is also an excellent superior hydration device. The water that flows from this device is no more an ordinary drinking water. Your ordinary tap water is processed into extraordinary life-saving water, life-energizing water, a life force water, guys. Isn't it amazing? So I would always say this to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. One device, a family device, a complete family package, home solution, right from laundry to degreasing to eliminating chemicals, a chemical-free home or sanctuary that I would call, plus your drinking water needs, your bathing needs, your cosmetic needs. You talk of all kinds of needs. Everything is taken care of by one single device with different pH values of water. Just pressing of a button, no great science, no great technology. You need to press the red button, the blue button, the green button, the yellow button, and the red button. And I'm sure we all are familiar with these colors of buttons on our mobile phones. So these are smart machines, smart devices where the machine does everything when you press the right buttons, and it serves all your family purposes, guys. So this is what has been my experience over the last 99 weeks on this platform. And we have this machine right from 2015 December, and last few months back, probably early this year, we upgraded into Super 501 12-plated device. So our home has two devices. We have got an Anespa in our bathroom for shower purpose. By the way, how many of you take bath here? Anybody who takes bath? If you have taken a shower today, please type. You can raise your hands, come on the screens, come on the video so that we understand, we can help you. So people who take bath, if you take bath for the next 50 years, and I'm sure some of us are 50 years plus, 40 years plus, 25, 30 years plus, and we all have been taking shower from the time we are born. Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of chlorine exposure that our body gets if you take bath for next 50 years of your lifetime, it is more than 109 kilos of chlorine. Wow, isn't it amazing? If your body gets exposed to 109 kilos of chlorine, what can happen to your body? Will it remain alkaline? It is external ingestion. It is called as ingestion when chlorine is given to you externally through bathing. Simple. So our body is not designed to combat or sustain the overexposure to chlorine. Chlorine is one such example I have given as a water contaminant. There are other kinds of contaminants like chloride, fluoride, bromide, arsenal contents, industrial chemical effluents, pharmacy contents. Talk of so many wastages and contamination that happens in your drinking water. When the quality of soil is eroded, when the soil is itself polluted, contaminated with industrial effluents and overexposure to radiation. So the water that is available as a drinking water, as a source water, which comes from the clouds to the soil and back to us in the form of seas, rivers, and tap and processed waters, bottled water, packaged water, purified drinking water, guys, everything is dead and acidic. And prolonged exposure, body being acidic is not a problem. Our body has to be 70% alkaline, 30% acidic. But when it goes reverse, when your body turns 70% acidic and 30% alkaline, what happens? Naturally, our body's immunity is compromised. And when our body's immunity is compromised, either in the form of fluid, either in the form of solid, either in the form of air that we breathe, either in the form of fruits and vegetables that is served on our platter. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes you feel that you are going to be healthy enough to make fortunes in your lifetime? You would make a lot of money, but you will also similarly end up paying hospital bills or insurance premiums. With no warranties, no guarantees, we are reduced to just shelf life. Pandemic has proven that a human life is as cheap as 15 rupees INR or 20 rupees INR, much lesser than 1/4 of a dollar, guys. We need to understand why a human life has been reduced to so low. Whereas if you go for any surgery, human body surgery, you go for any organ transplant, you will understand your body is $1 trillion machine. Every organ in your body costs you a few thousand lakhs, a few hundred thousands, not just 100,000, guys. You need a liver transplant, you need a kidney transplant, you need a heart transplant, brain transplant. I can tell you, few $100,000, nothing less than that. Now we need to understand your living organs cost you so much. So do we think that our body is not worth 300,000 to 400,000 INR or $6,000 worth of a device? We are not cut out for that. Our body is a priceless machine, and it also needs servicing. It also needs protection. If that were to be true, ladies and gentlemen, one device costing you anywhere between $4,000 USD to $6,300 USD, or if I were to talk in dirhams, around 12,000 dirhams to 23,000 dirhams. How many of you feel it is a value for investment? Please type value. It is very important that we clear our mindset and understand why we should seriously view Energy Kangen project. It is so very important. There are around 10, 15, 20 people alive here on this platform, I believe, because we are breathing and I see some movement, some hydration in their bodies on the screen and behind the screen. Those are not on videos. So let me see your fingers moving and typing value, 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 guys. So very important to check our hydration levels. Okay, let me take you through a quick video presentation of this product and device. Why this product is so very important, we will understand through a video that is self-explanatory, and then we'll talk about the business opportunity and the business project. For those of you who are already making $1 million fortunes, $1 billion fortunes, $1 trillion fortunes, this is exactly an alternative method or a business program and a plan to protect your profits for the future into million, billion, trillion dollars. And for ordinary people, this is an extravaganza, lavish, luxury income that you are going to enjoy in the form of a life and lifestyle, guys. Thank you, and let us see this presentation. A short demo of Kangen water project.
Hi, my name is Colton Achave, and what if I told you that all the celebrities, top athletes, and richest people in the world are drinking a special water? They've been drinking it for the last 5 to 8 years. People like Lloyd Machito, Jillian Michaels, Tiger Woods, Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, Zac Efron, Bill Gates, the Seattle Seahawks. They're all drinking this special water. It comes out of this machine right here. It's called the Kangen water machine. And in this video, we're going to show you why they drink it, why they choose this water over bottled or tap, and we're going to demonstrate the 3 properties that you want to look for in the water if you care about your health. And those properties are ORP, pH, and microclustering. And you'll find out next. So what is ORP? Or oxidation reduction potential. It's actually the potential to reduce oxidation. What is oxidation? Well, when you cut an apple in half, what happens? It goes brown. So we're always aging or rusting or oxidizing all the time. So when you actually put something in your body that's an antioxidant, you're giving your body
Gentlemen, there is a glitch. He should be back anytime. Satisha, are you there? You're muted. Request to unmute.
Yeah, 1 minute, Madan.
I think there
There
was-
is a technical
Okay,
glitch.
I think it came back.
So, let's give an yes, yes, yes energy. Okay, so in order to go, it's a very simple. The sign of prosperity. Okay, so ORP was going on, and yeah. So can we all type yes, yes, yes in the chat box so that yes, 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 yes in the chat box for give a greater energy to resume faster. Yes.
Yeah, while we are trying to retrieve this video, let me tell you something. This is a very powerful video which talks about 3 basic elements, components of this water that makes it so special. Antioxidant, alkalinization, and microclustering. 3 main properties. We call it as arm therapy. There was a session done by Sumaji on arm therapy, that is antioxidant, alkalinization, and microclustering. If you remember these 3 simple words, this is $1 trillion words towards building your health, wealth, immunity, and prosperity, ladies and gentlemen. So very important that without compromising on the quality of the basic elements of a drinking potable water. Normally, whenever we try to purify and process any flowing water, what happens is these waters become dead water, acidic water, and it becomes a health hazard rather than being a health beneficiary water. Instead of hydration, it dehydrates an individual. Now, for people who want to know more about the product while retrieving the video, we would say go to inagic.co.in for people, those who are from India, and for people who are from any other place, they can go to inagic.com. It is a universal global website. Yeah. Or if the video is on, you can click sure. So I'll just continue with my narrative and done that. So inagic.co.in for all people in India, and for people internationally, it is inagic.com. And you can also type in specific, click on specific flags, specific countries, and you will get access to all the information, including the product details, product specifications, the brochures, the videos. You get access to everything. Yeah. I think we are back
Hi,
to
my
the
name is
video.
Colton. And what if I told you that all the celebrities, top athletes,
Yeah,
and richest
we
people
are
in the
back to the
world
video.
are drinking a
Not audible. Audible.
water?
Audible.
Acres. People like are from the Seattle girl. pH, and microclustering. And you'll find out next. What is ORP, or oxidation reduction potential? It's actually the potential to reduce oxidation. What is oxidation? Well, when you cut an apple in half, what happens? It goes brown. So we're always aging or rusting or oxidizing all the time. So when you actually put something in your body that's an antioxidant, you're giving your body the ability to reduce inflammation and to slow down aging. Vitamin C is a negative 100. Green tea, negative 200. Cod liver oil is negative 300. Kangen water, it starts out at negative 400. It can even get as high as negative 800. There's more antioxidants in 1 glass of Kangen water compared to a whole gallon worth of blueberries. So right when you put this meter into something that's an oxidant, aging you faster, giving you more inflammation, what are those oxidants? It's all the bottled waters that we've been drinking our whole lives. The tap waters, the sodas and the sports drinks, they're actually aging you faster, giving you more inflammation. So now we're going to look at the demo and show you guys the difference between an antioxidant and an oxidant that you guys are drinking. Now I'm going to demonstrate the ORP, or the oxidation reduction potential. I'm going to use an ORP meter that I got off of Amazon. So the first thing I'm going to do is test. Tap water, Dasani, Aquafina, Smart Water, Arrowhead, Perrier, vitamin water, and soda. So all health starts from within. So if your body is alkaline, it will heal very fast. If your body's acidic, that's where the diseases happen. That's where you're tired, fatigued, low energy. There's no disease that can survive in an alkaline body. And what is alkaline? Fruits, vegetables, fresh juices. What's acidic? Everything else we eat. Grains, proteins. And if you actually go on YouTube and type in Tony Robbins alkaline, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now we're actually going to use some pH drops to test the alkalinity or the acidity of the stuff you're drinking. So these are pH drops, and this is something that your pool man would use. So I'm going to take a couple of drops and put them in the liquid. That's tap water, Dasani, Smart Water, Arrowhead, Perrier, vitamin water, and soda. As you can see, all these liquids are making you acidic. Whereas tap water, I saw that, and I was like, hey, wait, it's blue, it must be good for you. But then I found out it's government regulated. And there's actually chemicals like chlorine, fluoride, that they actually put inside of this water to make it alkaline. Because if it's not alkaline, it would actually rust the pipes. So right here you can see, very alkaline. So right here, let's say you drink some of this water. Let's say you're neutral. Eventually you go alkaline. Let's go here with Dasani. So if you're acidic, this makes you go alkaline and you start healing from within. So let's go right here to soda. It takes about 30 cups of this to neutralize the acid you just shot inside of your body. So right now, I'm going to take a little bit more water. Now let's do vitamin water. I thought all the athletes were drinking this stuff until I went on YouTube and typed in Seattle Seahawks Kangen water, and I found out they've been on this stuff for a long time. Check this out, don't blink. It tries, it's just a glass full of acid. Now let's go with Arrowhead. Same thing. You got to stay away from these if you want to go alkaline and heal your body. So let's say you're thirsty and you just want a sip of soda. This is what happens to your body when you have a sip of soda. Just a sip, not a look. The straight Kangen 100% alkaline water. Your body goes acidic and you can't heal it when it's acidic. So the first thing that I felt when I started drinking Kangen water was I wasn't getting bloated. I didn't feel like that sloshing around after I had a big glass of water. And I was wondering why. And it's because water is microclustered, meaning that it's so small, it will actually hydrate you better. They actually told me that I was drinking small water when I started drinking this. I say, what are you talking about? And what they were saying is, let's say our body's like a chain link fence. This is like putting BBs or marbles through a chain link fence. Regular water, tap water, is like trying to put a softball through a chain link fence. Not all of the softballs will be able to get through. So when you're drinking Kangen water, you'll get hydrated at the cellular level. Now we can actually see that hydration with the green tea demo. Now I'm going to demonstrate the hydrating properties of this water. So what I have is a green tea. And how do we normally make green tea? What do? We need a cup, we need a tea bag, we need some water. Let's make some green tea. Why isn't it making green tea? Because you have to heat up the water. When you heat up the water, eventually it becomes so small that it becomes steam. So we've all made small water before. So now let's see what happens to the tea bag when we use Kangen water. Let's make some tea. Instant green tea, just like that. Why? Because it's so small, it's able to penetrate the tea bag. I thought this was a trick tea bag the first time I saw it. So I'm going to take out the Kangen residue. Let's go right here to regular water. Nothing. Why? It's so big, nothing can happen. So let's go here, Kangen water. Instant green tea. So now, I want to show you if you take supplements or your blood work or your energy, what happens to your body. So right here, I'm going to put a couple drops in these cups. Energy, your blood work, the supplements, the vitamins, your life. And this is what happens when you drink regular water. They get diluted, right? So now let's see what happens when you drink Kangen water. To your energy, your blood work, your cells, your life. Change your water, change your life. Now I'm going to show you the benefits of the 11.5 strong Kangen water. So this is for anybody who likes to eat or anybody in here. And these are just regular cherry tomatoes. Now, how do we normally wash our tomatoes? We usually do what? You wash them off with regular water. And we'll wash it really good. I use the strong Kangen water.
इंटरनेटचा इश्यू आहे बघा मी इकडनं बाहेर पडले ते स्टकअप झालंय मध्ये.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Yeah, very much. Yeah, you're audible.
Oh, great, guys. Yes, energy to all. There is certain disturbance in the internet bandwidth, but we completed almost 70 to 80% of the video. The demo that was left out was only about 11.5 pH water, oil emulsification process. Now, when we talk about oil emulsification, 11.5 pH water, when you cleanse and wash your vegetables in normal water, What happens is the pesticides and chemicals which are oil-based, normally they don't get washed by rainwater. So what makes us feel that it can be washed below the tap water? It doesn't happen. So these residual chemicals form toxicity, chemical toxicity into our body, impacting our organs in a slow poisoning manner. When we wash our fruits and vegetables with 11.5 pH water, what happens is this residual chemicals are eliminated in the pre-cooking stage itself. At the time of washing, then you have organic vegetables, truly organic vegetables for you, fruits for you to consume either in a raw format or in a cooked format. We can choose either of this. Now with this, we come to the end of a beautiful product presentation. Do not mind about video getting interrupted. कोई भी अच्छे काम के बीच में ये होना है. They say if the path has obstacles, then you are on the right path to success. If the path is smooth, that is when you got to be concerned and worried about. Now, I am myself a living example of this whole journey of energy Kangen water that I've been living with for the last 6 years without any pills and bills. And there are certain testimonies which can be endorsed through personal experiences. We have a very proficient doctor who was specialized in COVID center, was managing a COVID center, and 19 hours a day she was amidst COVID patients, not 1 or 2, but more than 10 plus patients any point of time, all COVID ridden, bedridden. And to a great surprise, this was a hospital where I can always say the fatality cases, the fatal cases or critical cases, there was not a single fatality probably, or one-off case that happened, COVID death mortality did happen then. Probably that was because in the last and final stages. Otherwise, almost 99.99% of the patients came through, went back home after a COVID treatment, and also along with the water protocol, guys. So you can type clap, clap, clap for Energy Kangen water. Again, a strong disclaimer, but we'll have Dr. Bindu Govil on this platform, sharing her experience with different patients while using Kangen water protocol in an authentic manner to her medical practice. When I say medical practice, she's a medical practitioner, holistic medical practitioner for the last 30 years. Most of our patients come from charitable institutions at a cost almost 80% less price compared to normal regular hospitals and medical fraternity. And let's hear from Dr. Bindu Govila experiences with few patients. And also let us be very clear, we are not promoting any medicinal cure because of this water, but we talk of it as a support system that can probably help all of us to recover when challenged in a particular immunity situation. Dr. Bindu, just 2 minutes.
Yes. Om Shanti. Gratitude to the universe, to Energy Kangen, and to the Panasia platform and Shashi sir. मैं एक छोटी सी बात कहना चाहूंगी. एक पल एक दिन को बदल सकता है, एक दिन एक जीवन को बदल सकता है, और एक जीवन इस दुनिया को बदल सकता है. Yes, my dear friends, ये वही है. एक जीवन इस दुनिया को बदल सकता है. तो जब एक जीवन बदलता है तो पूरी दुनिया को हम धीरे धीरे बदल सकते हैं. वही ये एनर्जी कैंगन वाटर हमारी लाइफ में काम करता है. वो हमारी दुनिया पूरी बदल देता है. For my experience, I have got results with tremendous, though there is a disclaimer that we don't treat diseases, but I being a doctor, I came across many results, like in jaundice, when the bilirubin was as high as 13, it was reduced to 2.5 and 3 within a span of 5 days. Reduction of bilirubin was so rapid and so superb. Then I have got treatment with elephantiasis. I had a result with eczema. See, day in and day out, I'm getting results. even have results with PCOD and as well as the morning sickness. That is during pregnancy, females have vomiting, nausea and vomiting, excess of nausea and vomiting. This water has really given a great relief in this morning sickness for the pregnant woman. Whereas they are not so stable with medicines. But this water, it's so easy to just drink it and get the relief. Yes, these are the many. I have a list of diseases where I can say, but due to time shortage, I can say only this much, that yes, though there is a disclaimer, we don't treat diseases, but day in and day out, I'm getting results. Like each and every patient, I think I get a result because I try to give maximum for patients with this water. And yes, I'm getting results. There's no doubt about it. For me, myself, I've got result to build my immunity. I sustained whole COVID with the patients and still I'm COVID negative. Yes, my dear friends. तो ये वही है, जब एक जीवन बदलता है तो पूरी दुनिया को हम बदल सकते हैं. तो बस एक पल, एक दिन को बदलना है. हमें हमारे पास अनाजिक कैंगन को लाना है. Thank you, Shashi sir. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to you.
Thank you, Dr. Bindu, for an amazing sharing. Guys, again, we are on a public platform and this is a private forum. But still, let us tell, we should not make any medical claims. We don't make any claims about cure. This is just a water ionizer. But the simple fact remains that when your body gets daily exposure, around 8 to 10 glasses of 9.5 pH water, that is hydrogen rich, also which is known as antioxidant rich, where the saturation levels of dissolved hydrogen is more compared to any other water, it enhances the capability of a water to become a healing water or a miracle water. That is number one, when your water is hydrogen rich and when your water is alkaline, because when alkaline minerals in your source water or drinking water, when they get antioxidant enhanced, antioxidant properties through electrolysis process or a natural process, which we have seen in different places on planet Earth, like the origin of Ganges water, or we talk about Zamzam water, or we talk about different kinds of holy waters in Mexico, Italy, Germany, France, many other places in the world, where you have got mineral waters, spring waters that have got these kinds of natural properties available in an enhanced manner. So people have experienced many kind of health benefits, and one of them being superior hydration, or normal water cluster being heavy clusters and also being acidic. What happens is it does not cater to our body's immunity system, and it does not cater to body's hydrating systems. So when you have this water from Energy Kangen water ionizer, it is proven, tried, tested that it has got antioxidant properties, it has got alkaline properties, it has got microclustered properties, three main elements for betterment and well-being of your energy and immunity. So two pillars of health, as mentioned in traditional scriptures of humanity, it says superior hydration, excellent detoxification, two pillars of good health. And through this water, we can support and enhance both these aspects of human life, enriching our potential as a energy source. So ladies and gentlemen, to know more about this company, which is tried, tested, proven, world patented designs, world patented the processes, world patented brand approvals from World Water Quality Association, not ordinary membership, but 4 times consecutive gold seal awards, then various ISO 13485, then a panel of 6,500 doctors in Japan endorsing this as a very, very significant contributor for our well-being, guys. So we need to understand this project is not on trial, this device is not on trial, this water is not on trial, because happy 1.7 million customers is not a small testimony. You can write this down. 1,700,000 happy customers using these devices, some using it for more than 5 years plus. A few 100,000 people using it for more than 5 over years, 10 over years, 15 over years, 20 over years, guys. And the founder CEO of Enagic, Mr. Oshiro-san, who's 80 plus gentleman, but looking, feeling, dancing, energetic like in 60s. So that's an amazing testimony. And here, me being a living example of what this water can do to a person with a Down syndrome, I can only go on to say there are millions of people on planet Earth. Go to YouTube, go to Google Scholar, do some Medipub research, and you'll get all kinds of information on benefits of ionized alkaline water. If it is part of your life and lifestyle and regimen, it automatically takes care of your immunity requirements and energy requirements for the next 10 to 25 years. So ladies and gentlemen, less than the cost of 30-35 rupees a day for a family, or less than 50 rupees INR, I would say, for a family is peanuts. So ladies and gentlemen, something that can take care of you and your family, friends, relatives, and there is a need. 99% of the world, they are water illiterates. Only 1% of the world population, they are drinking water literates, guys, and we have a good chance to participate in a business program as a consultant, as a distributor, as a franchisee, as a trainer through referral reward programs. Now, the referral reward program, we will go through a simple PPT, and Aru, if you can help me share it, let us go through a quick glimpse of what we are about to share. Thank you. Okay, so Enagic Global Partnership Program, I hope all of us can see the screen, right? You can type yes, 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 so that
Yes, we can see it.
Great,
You
great.
can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So Enagic, this is details about the company, a 40-year-old private Japanese company licensed as a medical device manufacturer in Japan, ISO 90001, 14001, 13485, standard for medical devices, 5 years warranty based on SD 501, lifespan 15 to 25 years, first used in Japanese hospitals in 1974, domestic unit first introduced in 1994, endorsement by Dr. Hiromi Shinya and American Anti-Cancer Institute, and USD 2.6 billion of Kangen machines sold until 2013, guys. This is an old PPT, so you can understand offices in so many places. These offices are available for free usage by distributors and franchises if we buy one single unit of any of the models beginning with JR4, SD501, SD501 Platinum, or you buy a K8 device, 8-plated device, or you go on to buy a Levlook Super 501 12-plated device. So very important for us to understand in this whole process, you can choose to start anywhere. Now, if you look at the statistics and statement, the world's population has jumped from 6 billion to 7 billion in just 12 years. Now, we need to understand the food production for the population is going to be a big difficult thing, because as the population increases, but we cannot increase the piece of land, agricultural land, and we cannot downtrend the industrialization and urbanization. So that leaves a huge dent and gap for quality growing of agricultural produce. Instead, foods are being modified, they are being manufactured. Most of the foods that we find in supermarkets, they were unheard of, unseen of probably 20-25 years back. Now, when we move further to this, okay, there are some factors like when it comes to manufacturing of food, negative externalities, degrading of the environment, so many things come into picture. The moral of the story is that food is exposed to all kinds of risk. So the foods that produce and maintain and balance the alkalinity in your body is almost missing and negligible component on planet Earth. Now with this, people who want to make free their machines or devices, free their investments of purchasing a device, and also make an extra leveraging income, make an extra legacy income, make a world patented income. When I say world patented, your income model is patented here. So science and research says that today millionaires are the fastest growing minority in the developed countries. Fastest growing minority, guys. So ordinary people are growing extraordinary day by day thanks to the direct selling industry, referral marketing industry, and when integrated with click of a button, internet space, and thanks to digital currencies, metaverse, then we are getting through smart contracts, and we are getting through NFTs. So many things happening, guys, in the internet world and digital world. So when your profession, career, consultancy is integrated with the current trends, what happens is we become part of $1 trillion industry. Water is $1 trillion industry. Wellness is $1 trillion industry. Energy is $1 billion company. And by default, when we participate in this program of drinking water project, we are part of the $1 trillion industry. And now we need to understand, even if we are 0.25% beneficiaries of profit, incomes, and earnings out of this industry, what is going to happen to us is that we are going to be somewhere in the category of millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires in the making. So guys, if you believe these statistics, you can type 111 in the chat box. Time for enough typing rather than only listening and following. When we take it further to the next level, the research says the fortunes to be made today and in the years ahead will be made by those who are involved in teaching people about new products, teaching people about new services, and of which the population, the larger part of the population, they either did not know it existed or didn't know that it was affordable. This is known as intellectual distribution as opposed to physical distribution. You can call it attraction marketing. In today's world, nobody wants to be told to and sold to, but everybody is a buyer, guys. All of us are buyers. All products and services are manufactured by human beings for the human beings. And I suppose we all are human beings, we all are consumers, but here is a chance. We all start as a happy consumer and customer, try and test this program, and then offer it to the whole world, our family, friends, relatives, the way. If you were to offer a legacy and inheritance, आपको वसीयत लिखना है. If you want to write a $1 billion bill, आप किसका नाम लिखोगे, किसके नाम करोगे अपना प्रॉपर्टी? आप अजनबियों को तो नहीं दोगे, आप जिसको जानते नहीं हो उसको स्माइल देखकर तो उसके नाम पे वसीयत नहीं करोगे. It is simple. We go by the blood, we go by the connect, we go by the intention, we go by the purpose. जो भी तरीके हो, है ना, we'll do due diligence and we give it to first near ones and dear ones. And when our near ones, dear ones fail to receive it, that is when we may give it for a bigger purpose and bigger cost here. Now, moving further, how this opportunity works and benefits all, let us take a closer look at the whole thing. How do we get started into a business? You join as a customer and you can opt to be a distributor, no joining fee, no renewal fee, no stocks to keep, no monthly sales qualifications requirements, advancement in your commission skills. So it's a scalable program. You start at 5%, grow up to 40%, and this is a global plan. You may join from any part of the world, but you can promote this business online, offline. It is legal in any part of the world. You can take this program to 172 countries where people live, where people breathe, where people drink water. How many countries do you know? How many continents do you know? How many people do you know in the world who drink water? So anybody and everybody who drinks water is your prospect. Now there is a method of analysis how it came into India, starting from Cynthia, USA, Bernard Singapore, coming down to Samsia, Malaysia, Samir Poddar, Mumbai, India, and then all of us guys, ladies and gentlemen. And moving further, we all think that many people who have been into chain marketing, MLM, network marketing, who are averse to network marketing opportunities or direct selling industry, they say no, they see it as a stigma. When you tell somebody you are a networker or into MLM, people give you a different kind of a look. But times have changed, guys, with policies in place, government regulations and acts in place. Today we have got WFDSA, we have got IDSA, and we have got regulatory authorities everywhere in the world. And India is a proactive participant and contributor through IDSA to the WFDSA body. They recently received a platinum award. India IDSA got honored in the world, guys. That has elevated their ranking and position. So this industry is coming as a #1 source of income into the economy. Whenever an economy crashes, whenever the economy sees a downtrend, whenever the world is jobless, whenever somebody is a loser in life, whenever somebody is exposed to below poverty line, whether it's a country, whether it's a nation, whether it's a city, state, or whether it is a family or an individual, guys, this industry has been a blessing to those families and individuals. And they have moved from below the ordinary to ordinary and extraordinary achievers and legends. One classic example of this, what Inagic has created as a source of livelihood, a career, income for ordinary people like Samir Poddar, the 001 for India, today is financially retired in just about 6 years. You cannot imagine the scalability from liabilities to assets and properties, guys. It has happened, but no lunches are free, guys. Lot of hard work, lot of dedication, lot of commitment and daily effort. Instead of working and retiring for almost 30 to 35 years, the whole of your life, you can put in the same kind of effort and commitment and dedication for the next 3 to 5 years in this industry and scale up your life and lifestyles, guys. What has been your annual income can turn into quarterly incomes, and with little more education, joining Friday systems, Saturday systems, weekly systems, getting proper mentoring, coaching, training, education, you can become a super specialist on the product, on the plan, on the environment. You can train and coach all the 99% of water illiterates in this universe, guys, and you can truly become a global expert in 3 to 5 years on the subject. That is what we have built for Panacea, guys. What started as a drinking water purifier, filter, and ionizer, an over-expensive ionizer or overpriced processed tap water, that is what we used to call in the beginning, it went on to give us a stature. We are entering into 100 weeks of Panacea, world's #1 talk show when it comes to Inagic Kangen drinking water, guys. It has given us exclusive collaboration in the alkaline water trend movement with Asian countries Chamber of Hospitality Industry. This forum, Panacea H2O Gold 44477, has an exclusive culinary ID, which is part of the food and beverages industry and the hospitality industry, guys. For entire Asian, more than 34 countries are involved. We are exclusive collaborators for water literacy program for Asian countries Chamber of Hospitality Industry. If you feel it is an accomplishment, you can type clap, clap, clap. Guys, just a commitment of 100 weeks. We had committed ourselves at the beginning of this journey, me and Arundhati, my co-founder director, my wife, my inspiration, the reason and the decision maker for buying this program. I would not have bought this when looking at the price and this lal, pila, neela, hara kind of a watercolor demo. It wouldn't have gone into my intellectual brain. I would have outright rejected if it had not been my wife, Arundhati. They say women have 6 sense, 7 sense, 8 sense, all hyperactive. They can sense health, they can sense wealth, they can sense opportunity. And that is how Arup asked me for it, and I couldn't say no, and Inagic happened in our lives. Little did we know that a super fit person like me would slip into coma, go on a ventilator, almost a kiss of death, and bounce back. The universe had prepared through my wife to buy this device as a life-changing solution for what was to come after 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, a super fit guy with no medical history prior to this incident in my life. This can happen to anybody. Go and check with a cardiac patient, go and check a cancer patient, go and check a thyroid patient, go and check a diabetic patient. They all were normal in the night until the next day morning. Their blood samples testing and report revealed that somebody is diabetic, somebody is a BP patient, somebody is a cholesterol patient, somebody is a thyroid fibroid patient, somebody is a cancer patient. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that holds true for every family, every human life. We all believe we are normal until a report is handed over to all of us. If you agree to this, you can type 222 in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. Why wait for a medical report and then do some salvage exercise, damage control exercise, pay a few lakhs, few hundred thousands into the hospital, go for some organ transplants, and then lose some family member in your life, and then try to share your story on this platform. Oh, I bought a Kangen machine for this reason after losing so much. Guys, when you are healthy, you have a choice. Make an additional extra effort, do some adjustments, do some borrowings, have some credit, but then guys, finance yourself and make yourself affordable to buy this one-time, lifetime device into your kitchen. If you truly love your body, if you truly care for your spouse, if you truly care for your kids and next generations, if you care for your parents, if you care for your friends and families, if you care for your society, if you care for your city, if you care for your state, if you care for your country, healthy water builds healthy nation. A healthy you builds a healthy nation. Right from your intellectual assets to your cognitive behaviors to your 37.2 trillion cells, physical functions, mental functions, emotional functions, financial functions, social, spiritual functions. Can it be complete without the right water? If you agree to what we are sharing, and if you believe every family, every home needs a Kangen unit, please type Kangen, Kangen, Kangen in the chat box and flood it, guys. So for every referral, there is a direct income, there is an indirect income. There are few people whom we know directly, we can introduce them into this program in 4 categories. As a happy customer, they can be happy drinking this water for their lifetime without introducing anybody. That's itself value for money. Second, they can be part-timers or some-timers. Some-timers are people who go by the moods and talk to people when they feel like. Part-timers are dedicated people, work 4 to 5 hours in a week through online, offline methods. They do prospecting, they make a contact list, they do invitation, they do follow-ups, they do presentations, invite them on such forums where there are weekly, daily demonstrations happening. They invite people on this forum, participate, encourage them to understand, clarify their doubts through mentoring and coaching and introducing them to experts on this program, and then they enable them into a partnership. And progressively, they start duplicating the same, so it becomes your indirect sales. So direct plus indirect sales is group sales. Now let us see how we start making money. For the first 2 direct sales, it is called 1A incomes. You are eligible. That is totally, let us say for calculation purpose, we take SD501, the flagship model, now which is the maximum sold product of this company. Now, when we talk about the flagship model in India INR, it is priced approximately 2,78,000 INR. Shipping is extra. Now, when we talk about this, when you make 2 sales, basically the marketing cost allocated per product sale is 1,04,000. Anybody who's involved in marketing, 1,04,000 doesn't go to one individual. It is for the entire combination of direct sale and indirect sale or your team effort. In the initial, we all have direct references because it begins with us. For the first 2 direct referrals, you are called as 1A and you are eligible for 1 share out of 1,04,000, which is 13,000, which is 26,000. So 13,000 is your 1A commission. Now the company promotes you to 2A on your 3rd direct sale. So we can do 3 direct sales initially and reach 2A, and we can quickly reach 2-point commission, which is 26,000 INR when we talk in Indian rupees. Now, you and your 3 partners together, your 2 partners together, 3 of you cumulatively, when you put on 10 sales and then you add a direct sale to it, which is also your 11th sale, but your 3rd direct referral sale. So you qualify into 3A, and then in your 3A line of sponsorship, you are eligible for 39,000, and then these 10 sales and 10 people put together, when they reach 20 cumulative sales, 10 plus additional 10, and when you rank up to the next level, you are eligible for 4A points and 4A commissions, which is 52,000, so on and so forth. Then these 20 cumulative sales and people put together as a team organization, when they reach 50 cumulative sales, and then you move on with 1 direct referral, you rank up to 5A, and you are eligible for 5A commissions, that is 65,000 INR. And this 50 cumulative sales and people, you have a small team that builds into a community of 100 people. And when you put in 1 direct sale, you rank up to 6A, a milestone, and you are eligible for 78,000 commissions in your 6A rank. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the best part in this, if you are a 1A distributor, you start as 1A and you refer only 2 people, which is mandatory and compulsory. At least in your entire lifetime, when you get benefit, when you have your conviction in place, refer at least 2 family, friends, relatives. Don't be selfish. If you're selfish, drink water for next 25 years, experience good health in your family. If you want to experience well, selflessly share your water results, what you feel, and company pays you thank you check of 13,000 as 1A commission for the first 2 sales. Now imagine one of them is SHASHI IYER and second one is Madan. What happens? Guys, we are 6 years self-driven, self-motivated. We have our own testimonies, own experience, own conviction, own results, own systems, online, offline. We are contributing for the development and promotion of this program. What happens? You can still directly qualify into cumulative 100 sales within 8 points. And in your 3rd direct, you can qualify 6A. So you can jump all the other ranks of 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and directly jump into 6A. So all the awards and rewards, this is just an icing on the cake, guys. This is just the basic starter income. And in 100 cumulative sales, you can experience anywhere between 15 lakhs to 55 lakhs income. How to do that? The person who invited you is the right person to guide you on the business plan. Now, all these incomes, all these commissions and sales figures happen to you when you follow the company's educational patterns, rules and regulations, and the marketing plan, and understand how the margin is distributed. Now, what I liked about this plan is this 8-point plan is a world patented plan. First time ever a business model has been patented in the direct selling industry. There are 100,000 companies, guys, in direct selling industry over the last 50, 60, 70 years history of direct selling. But this is the only world patented plan. I think you should type 333 for such an amazing thing. So this income is pandemic proof, earthquake proof, tsunami proof, depression proof, recession proof, proof. It can be carried forward to the next generation also. We are talking about this plan. The plan has already survived 23 years. In last 23 years, imagine what all crises you have heard of. This plan has survived, sustained, and remained stable, guys. Is there anything to be tested? The project is not on trial. The income is not on trial. We are on trial, guys. Only human beings on trial. Leaders are no more in Enagic. They are financially retired, so they are migrated to something else. After financial retirement, too young, too fast. But then, guys, with legacy incomes, passive incomes, they have transferred this business project to their family, friends, and relatives. Isn't it amazing? So your future generation do not have to start from ground zero. Now there is no quota, there is no target, there is no pressure. Forget whether you have a sales background, whether you are good in presentation, whether you are good in communication. All these skills, you have got skilled professionals, a platform where you have skilled professionals will support you, coach you, train you, attend to your prospects. Isn't it amazing, guys? Where on planet Earth in your job can you find this kind of a security and support that somebody else can represent you and you get paid and the other person also gets paid? In a job, we trade our skills. In a self-employment, we trade our skills, we trade our talents, we trade our time. We all are traders if we are making money. But here, we are stakeholders and we create wealth. That is the power of Enagic business, guys. One and only plan, which is not speculative. It is stable. You talk about Bitcoins, you talk about crypto, everything is speculative and fluctuating from zero to hero, hero to zero. We have seen people going up, people down, and there is no stability. The market crashes. But I've never seen a Kangen commission crashing. Guys, if you are stable, if you follow the protocols, drink the water, feel the water, share the water. All of you can type, drink it, feel it, share it, like what Aru said yesterday. If you follow these three principles religiously day in, day out for the next 20-25 years, you are creating a legacy of million, billion, trillion dollars for your next generation, guys. Drink it, feel it, share it. No other formula required. You can reach out to anybody and everybody who's been drinking water. Why not get paid for drinking water? Why not get paid for feeling this water? And why not get paid for sharing this water, guys? The income is phenomenal. You can make one-time video of few minutes. Put it on YouTube. The world is watching whenever somebody wants to know a presentation. Now, today we did a presentation. If you love this presentation, you can type 777 in the chat box. If you think it is value information, you can share this link to all your prospects, future prospects across the globe. They get to know testimonies. They understand what this company is all about, project is all about. You don't have to do the talking. Click of a button. You can send messages to how many people on WhatsApp? A video link, an invitation link, a presentation link, a YouTube link, and a Facebook link. And people who are not willing to do this don't deserve to make money on planet Earth. They don't deserve a fortune, guys. They deserve to struggle. Honestly, if you cannot click a button and the right button when you are guided, coached, and directed, if you still think you want a more easier format or a forum, there is nothing called easy, guys. You need to do this duplication between you and your team. Today we have a team. Initially, I was doing it for full time. Today I'm doing it very, very part-time. But my attitude is full-time. Instead of focusing on recruitment or business building, instead of focusing on sales every single moment, I'm thinking how I can empower millions of lives with this water. I'm thinking how we can build one world, one family, Enagic as a community. So the roles and responsibilities have changed, but there is no pressure, guys. Isn't it amazing? करना क्या है हमें? जब से पैदा हुए तब से हम बात करते हैं We do self-talk, we do sleep talk, we keep talking, we keep gossiping, and we increase our mobile bills, we get tired, we get ulcers, we get tumors, we get insomnia, talking nonsense, drainage, negative stuff. Why don't you talk antioxidant, $1 trillion topic? Why don't you talk alkaline? The world is going alkaline, needs alkaline, authentic alkaline. $1 trillion topic. The world needs microclustering. Why don't you talk about it? थोड़ा सा education, थोड़ा सा बातें और बहुत सारे पैसे. चलेगा क्या? If you think चलेगा, please type चलेगा. ये भी एक सूत्र है, ये भी एक मंत्र है. ओके शॉर्टकट में मत जाओ, थोड़ा लंबा लिखो. चलेगा. Guys, it works. If it has worked for Samir Poddar, if it has worked for Sam Sia, it has worked for Bernard Chan, if it has worked for Cynthia, if it has worked for the whole world, why not you and me? And why not for my kids? And why not for my neighbors? Why not for my friends? Why not for my state? Why not for my society and country? Why not for you and your family, friends, relatives, state, city, country? Guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. पानी पियो, महसूस करो, दुनिया को सुनाओ. Can we do this? दिन में 2 घंटे बात करो ना, 3 घंटे बात करो ना. You become a celebrity in few years. Become a water celebrity, endorsing the world's $1 trillion brand and drinking water industry. Don't be a brand ambassador where it is crowded. Here, the brand ambassadorship is still open. Isn't it amazing? If you stick around for this brand endorsement and talk about it for the rest of your life, there is no way how you cannot become a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. हाँ, थोड़ा सा स्टडी करो, थोड़ा सा समझो, फिर लोगों के साथ शेयर करो. This is a humble request. Then moving further quickly, मैं 2-3 चीजें और बताना चाहूंगा यहाँ पे. I will not go through this particular part, just skip it fast. This is your 1A commission, 2 लोगों को रेफर करने का. Then you refer the third. You get 2A commission, 2 points, 26,000. Then indirect income is also 8 generation पे level पे you get 13,000. अगर 26,000 के line में indirect income is all 26,000. So whichever is your line of organization and franchisee, for indirect also you get paid that line of commission. 1A, 2A, 3A के हिसाब से 5A, 6A में you get the commissions, guys. Now इतने में ही देखोगे 15 lakhs to 55 lakhs in 100 sales possible. Now let me tell you, beyond this, there are additional bonuses. There are special.
Sir, please unmute.
Sorry, Madan bro, was internet is definitely. जब पैसे की बात करेंगे तो internet भी shake तो होगा ना, bandwidth. So no worries, guys. So important here is this. बड़े पैसे की बात कर रहे हैं ना हम लोग, legacy income की बात कर रहे हैं, recession proof income की बात कर रहे हैं, तो internet भी हिलेगा. So अच्छे लोग हिलते हैं. So the important aspect is you get step up bonus, you get monthly bonus, you get rank advancement bonus, and then you get quarterly bonus, and you also get yearly bonuses. And when you reach a particular level, when you cross almost 650 to 750 sales in a structured manner, there is an algorithm, there is a method. If you follow, you can become equity stakeholder partner in the global turnover of the company, guys. And in global turnover of the company, currently there are approximately 250 plus partners, equity partners, who get a fair share from the global turnover of $1 billion company, guys. कितने लोगों को चाहिए? People who stick as CEOs, CFOs in IT companies especially, they get paid salaries, and a part of the salary is deducted to give them equity stakes in the company. And that income is much more than the salaries. That is why they don't move out of that particular industry or the company. So it is called a company loyalty program or industry loyalty program. I say, guys, 600, 700, or let's say 1,000 sales. How many of you think it is difficult? Please type difficult. to sell around 1,000 Kangen machines in your lifetime. Possible, not possible. Difficult, तो difficult type कीजिए. Easy है तो easy type कीजिए. Oh, Suma ji is saying possible. Thank you, Suma. Thank you, because you are part of my line of sponsorship. So I'll be a beneficiary. Okay, Madan says possible and easy. I'm happy for you, Madan bro. You are beyond my line of sponsorship, but I can celebrate with you. Definitely, Navdeep ji, possible. Thank you for honesty. So again, beyond my line of sponsorship, but I can celebrate with you, and I'm happy that you will grow with the possibility. So ladies and gentlemen, most of you are liars. सब एक नंबर के झुट्टे हो यहाँ पे, अंदर से फटी पड़ी है. हाँ, टॉक ऑफ 1,000 Kangen मशीन्स, अभी तक 5 साल 6 साल में कितने लोगों ने 1,000 सेल किया है यहाँ पे? प्लीज टाइप. You have done 1,000 sales in last 5-6 years. Let me tell you guys, I'm not supposed to reveal certain statistics, but I can tell you very honestly, it is not easy, but it is possible. Why people have not been able to reach 1,000 sales in last 5 years or 6 years, the only reason is, in between you have discontinued from the system. You have not been regular on water, you have not been regular in your talks, you have been low on self-esteem, you have felt discouraged and low on confidence, you have never found a right mentor. जिंदगी में अगर right mentor मिलोगे तो quitting का chance ही नहीं होता. You cannot be inconsistent because mentor आपको सोने नहीं देगा. From the time I have joined in my mentoring, Aru does not have a scope to say no to the system. We committed for 52 weeks of education for not sales and recruitment. We were prepared to drink water for 52 weeks without having even a single sale. That was a commitment. Aru was supposed to only take education, not even be in marketing and sales. And even she is going to turn into 6A in a couple of days. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how the project works. Now, let me tell you, there are people like Suma, just from background in judiciary, they were into public service. And from that, coming into civilian life over the last 2-3 years, taking up Kangen as a happy customer, but now dedicated and committed enough to travel to Dubai, leaving aside of family commitments and managing over the internet and phone. So that calls for transfer of vision. जिसने इक्विटी पार्टनरशिप का विजन देखा कंपनी के टर्नओवर में, in a population of energy community of 17.5 lakhs or 1.75 million customers, only distributors, only worldwide into energy over the last 48 years and 24 years of direct selling industry. Ladies and gentlemen, only 250 plus partners in equity stakes. कितना बड़ा market है हमारे लिए? It has not even begun. We have not scratched the surface. आज से आप लोगों का goal is to reach equity stakeholding into drinking water industry, guys. It should not be one sale. It should not be 10 sales or 100 sales. It should not be even 1,000 sales. लगे रहो 20-25 साल, हजारों लोग, लाखों लोग आपका इंतजार कर रहे दुनिया में, कब कोई मुझे सही जानकारी देगा. आपकी आंखों में वो कॉन्फिडेंस ढूंढता है, आपकी आंखों में वो बिलीफ सिस्टम ढूंढता है, आपकी आंखों में वो कामयाबी की वो नजर ढूंढता है. डू यू हैव इट गाइस? अगर आपके पास नहीं है तो my mentor taught me one thing: fake it till you make it. तब तक भरोसा करो, तब तक भरोसा करो, तब तक हंसते रहो, तब तक हंसते रहो. I will end this presentation with a small story. एक गांव था, एक गांव में अचानक बारिश गिरना बंद हो गया और अकाल शुरू हो गया. So सब किसान डर गए, गांव वाले डर गए, भूखमरी शुरू हो गई, and there was no hope of rain. Okay, एंड देन सम तांत्रिक मंत्रिक को बुलाया तो उसने देखा और उसने बोला ये भगवान का शाप है हमारे गांव को, तो यहाँ पे अगले 25 साल बारिश नहीं होगी. And then everybody got dejected, rejected, demotivated, negative. They all stopped going to the fields. They all stopped their daily routines. They said, अभी तो 25 साल prediction research आ गया है, authentic message आ गया कि बारिश नहीं होने वाली है, तो यहाँ खेती नहीं हो सकती. And then there was one idiot जो पागल था, मतलब पूरा गांव उसे पागल बोलता था, मेंटली रिटार्डेड बोलता था, स्पेशल चाइल्ड था वो बचपन से, एंड ग्रू इनटू एडल्ट एज अ मेंटली रिटार्डेड और अंडर डेवलप्ड ह्यूमन बीइंग, जिसका दिमाग ही नहीं था, मेरे जैसा ब्रेनलेस था शायद, तो ब्रेन काम नहीं कर रहा था उसका. एंड देन वो बोला मैं जाके खेती करूंगा, तो रोज जाके खेती करने लगा वो, और वहां पे पानी नहीं, बारिश का कोई उम्मीद नहीं, वो प्लविंग हिज फील्ड्स एंड एवरीबॉडी सेड अरे पागल आदमी तेरे को कब अक्कल आएगा, पहले से ही अक्कल नहीं है, और व्हाई आर यू डूइंग दिस हार्ड वर्क. तो बोलता नहीं बारिश हो सकती है कभी भी. ओके 25 साल नहीं होगा, ये तो भविष्यवाणी है, हु नोस, वन फाइन डे सम मिरेकल कैन हैपन. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू बिलीव इन मिरेकल्स? प्लीज टाइप मिरेकल. मेडिकल साइंस बिलीव मैं जिंदा लौटा तो मिरेकल है. मैं जो स्टेज में था कोमा के, वहां से 0.0001% पीपल हैव कम बैक. तो आप समझ सकते हैं. तो व्हेन आई केम बैक दिस सेड इट्स अ मिरेकल. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड टू दैट विलेज एंड दैट इडियट और दैट मेंटली रिटार्डेड पर्सन? जब वो आदमी खेती कर रहा था बिना किसी फल की उम्मीद के, he just did his work diligently and religiously, क्योंकि वो पागल था, पागल लोग किसी की सुनते नहीं है. तो एंड टू द सरप्राइज पार्वती जी देख रही थी ऊपर से, तो उसने शिव जी को बोला, ओ शिव जी तुम कितने कठोर हो, वो आदमी इतना दिल से मेहनत कर रहा है, उसको मेंटली अपाहिज बनाया है, लोग उसकी मजाक उड़ा रहे, क्या कभी उसको मोक्ष और मुक्ति नहीं है क्या, उस लेबल से, उस टैग से, पागलपन के? तो शिव जी बोलते हैं नहीं, मैंने एक बार बोल दिया तो बोल दिया. तो भविष्यवाणी ऐसे होती है कि शिव जी बोलते हैं कि मैं डमरू नहीं बजाऊंगा अगले 25 साल, और बारिश रुक जाती है. तो शिव जी ने एक बार प्रण लिया तो प्रण लिया. पार्वती जी ने पूछा 25 साल बाद आपको क्या कॉन्फिडेंस देता है कि आप डमरू बजाने जाओगे और आप भूल नहीं जाओगे डमरू बजाना? प्रोबेबली 25 साल अगर कोई प्रैक्टिस छूट जाती है, probably you would have forgotten that from your memory how to play a damru. And this scares Shivji. वो डमरू बजा के देखते बजाने आता है क्या इतने दिन के गैप के बाद, और अचानक से बारिश गिरती है, खेती होती है, और वो पागल का लेबल हट जाता है, एंड इट टर्न्स इनटू अ प्रॉस्परस एक्टिविटी गाइस. तो सिमिलरली 100 लोगों ने रिजेक्ट किया, 1000 लोगों ने रिजेक्ट किया, आपको नेगेटिव बोला, केंगन ओवर प्राइस्ड है, केंगन में ये नहीं चलेगा, वो नहीं चलेगा, इसने छोड़ दिया, उसने छोड़ दिया. These are all like those villagers who have given up on their daily routine activity and exercise. So they have stopped fortunes from entering even by freak chance. और मेरे जैसा एक पागल है, डमरू बजाने का इंतजार नहीं करता, वो तब तक काम करता रहता है, तब तक काम करता है जब तक सांसें चल रही है, जब तक उसको लगता है रिटायर नहीं होना. सो लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, कीप डूइंग. बारिश अपने आप गिरेगी, फल अपने आप मिलेगा, and you cannot control the fruits and benefits. So with this, I believe we had a value presentation today. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you, because I overstretched in the 99th week of Panisha Saturday Nourish and Flourish. I'm sorry about this, guys, but I hope it was of value. Gratitude Aru, gratitude Suma for being with us here on the international shores, leaving aside all commitments for a vision called Enagic. With this, back to Madan bro. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic, sir. Of course. How many of you found the real value? Okay, if you found real value, type my favorite number 999. Okay, I want everybody to chat. Okay, I know it's time. guys, it is 99th week of Penicia, and next week is going to be 100th week. And really, like I just wanted to share. I know, like it's a great ocean of knowledge. Okay, so I mean, really, I would say only one thing. Even though we are stretched on time today, okay, getting Shashi sir's time. Okay, it's not the first time. Like of course, when I spoke to him, really I got 4 hours of time. Okay, getting Shashi sir's time on this knowledge, his selfless sharing is something. It's a blessing. Okay, and there are people next to him who are like of course making it like possible, and we are also learning over here. Okay, so with this I'd like to say that we are about 13 people over here. So next week 100. Let us take something, like of course let us personally invite at least 10 people. Even if there are no 10 people, we are all about 130 we can have. Right, so we personally can have 10. Of course, there are going to be more, but we can personally invite. Even I'm talking about 10 people. Now, what is the why we are going to invite it actually for the next 100 week? Because we are going to add value to their life. See, the project is very simple. Okay, I mean, I have been into corporate career, but I stuck to this career because it's water. It's needed right now. Every home is required. People have to change on their water. Every family have to change on their water. It's a need. They know, it's not about 3 lakh, 4 lakhs. It's not about, I mean, how much dirhams. I mean, it's Dubai session right now. Okay, it's all about, the must on changing water. Okay, I just want to ask only one question. What is the quality of water in the entire world right now? What is the quality of water? In India, if you just type the quality of water, it is if you Google it, it's written very poor. Right? When it is written very poor, don't you think when the quality of drinking water is very poor, do we? And we are all blessed that we, for ourselves, for right now, and for our legacy, we don't know how we can control the environment on water, but we have the control to do within ourselves. Right? So 120 places for, like of 120th place in India. So there are 50 more countries who are, apart from 10, everything is bad water, I would say. So there are still opportunities, there are still humanity to be served in this water, okay, by educating us. So water education, there is nothing on water education. Really, so many educations are there, so many, institutes are there, IIM, IITs, everything. But real to give a good water education to all the common people who can. We are all the leaders. Okay, I really owe my bestow gratitude to all of you that you are standing in front in this time also. Why we are standing to be a great water educator under the great Penicia leadership with an awesome Shashi's guidance. So please take this as an advantage. I do not want to take much time. We have stretched already, but really I'm very sure. Okay, mark my word, we all are going to be a part of a great receiver of this $1 trillion industry, making huge trillion dollars. Everybody will be blessed. I mean, like of course, with nothing less than 1,000 crores of net profit. Yeah. I would like to say.
Madandra, we want a screenshot. We want a screenshot.
Yeah. Of course. Okay. So with this,
all of you, please come on video.
Yeah, I would request. It's the 99th week. Please come on video. Yeah. Okay, and just one sec.
Aru, please come here. Wait, Aru is also coming in.
Yeah, please join. No issues. Yeah, I'm waiting. No issue. So with this, yeah, shall I? Yeah. Follow up with happy couples. We're there. Yes. One sec. Yes. So, thank you, Navdeep sir. Thank you, Jitendra. Thank you, Aru ma'am. Thank you, Shashi sir. Thank you, Shan sir. Thank you, Dr. Bindu. Thank you, Bala. Thank you, Suma. Thank you, Upendra. Thank you, Nabi Saab. Thank you, Amarji. Okay, and wish you a very happy weekend and blessing, gratitude. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. Right?